out of my head. First thought in the morning, my nightmares in bed.
You ruined my life, you kept me fed.
If it weren't for you, I would be dead.
What's theory, what's real, what's fiction?
Is it queer baiting or homoerotic friction?
Endless greed, ruthless ambition.
Collisions open for the naked depiction. Is it them or is it me? Am I dedicated or fucking crazy? Too much, too young, too fast, it changed me. But now it's terminal, this shit can't faze me. T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E. Say it to my face, you want to influence me. Content consume, you say it's crazy. But IDGAF because it saved me.
Hashtag love you, hashtag ad.
Hashtag cancelled, hashtag dads.
It's not illegal, it can't be bad.
You changed my mind, you made me mad. Is it them or is it me? Am I dedicated or fucking crazy? Too much, too young, too fast, it changed me. But now it's terminal, this shit can't faze me. T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E. Say it to my face, you want to influence me. Content consume, you say it's crazy. But IDGAF because it saved me. It's been our time, we need to move on and forgive the crimes.
This is our space, our time to thrive. It's us against the world, together we'll survive.
We'll survive.
Alright, enough of this boy band shit. I want to have a rave.
Yeah.
I need every single person in this room on their feet right now. We're gonna do this one more time. Here we go.
T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E. Say it to my face, you want to influence me. Content consume, you say it's crazy. But IDGAF because it saved me. T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E. Say it to my face, you want to influence me. Content consume, you say it's crazy. But IDGAF because it saved me. You save me. It save me.
Meow. Type shit 100 emoji. Y'all. So I've been doing this whole streaming thing for approaching half a decade. I know, crazy. I've been using this VTuber model since January. I've been using VTube Studio using a 2D VTuber model since January. That's been almost a fucking year. And I just learned the reason why it lags me so bad is because I run it in 4K. Because my main monitor is 4K and I always have it on my main monitor. So I was like, oh, why is it when I open my VTuber model, it uses like all of the 3D rendering on my GPU. You started in 2020? No, I started in 2021. I started January 2021. So the beginning of next year will be 5 years. And I've been doing the streaming streak for 3 years since like 2022. That's what it's supposed to be ran in? It's supposed to be like 1080 because if I streamed at 4K, that would make sense to do it in 4K. Also, hello Godzilla and Apothecary. But I stream in 1080p. The OBS window only captures in 1080p. So it's just not capturing it. And this isn't even like the full okay, well this window is 1080p that is capturing right now. But when my PC can process 4K fine. Like, oh, okay, I know what you mean, like the 4K stream. But anyway, but when I switch here, then it's not even in, like, anywhere near 4K. So it becomes just completely unnecessary. But here, it's fine. It's already, I mean, somewhat. I mean, I'm only using, like, 70% of my GPU, so that gives a good amount of room for, like, craziness to happen, but I don't know. Okay, I just finished my little tiny soda. Soda! Okay, Power Wash Sim time. Welcome back to Power Wash Sim. And we're going to start this time by doing a good old... Instead of actually cleaning, I need to get... What the fuck? It's walking for me. Where's the kitty at? Okay, anyway. So, what we'll start off by doing today is I'm going to get down the rug. And what do you know? We got to clean the rug. I like this, like, adjustable, like, nozzle. Quite nice. I wonder if I can just... I can't quite do that. That kind of gets it. Oh, look at that. We're getting this thing all clean so we can use it. Mini soda! Okay. Well, would you look at... It's almost done. What the fudge? What the fudge cakes? There we go. Anyway, let's pick this up and let's put it somewhere. I think I want to get this whole area kind of nice. I feel like this is kind of a vibe. This feels like a sort of like waiting room. Somebody comes in and they're like, hey, they come through the door. They're like, hello, Ashley Bear Power Wash Services. I need you to power wash my neighbor and melt their skin off. And I go, okay, sit here. Well, let me go fit you into my schedule. And I go up to the office right there. Right? I feel like that's kind of cute. I feel like, okay, we got to get the couch down now. But first we got to clean it. Silly couch, you're all dirty. Silly dirt. Couches are for sitting. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore, but I do know that we got some cleaning to do after this couch. Oh my goodness, look at how grimy it is. The whole back side of it's gonna be really grimy. Ooh, I say almost done, but like, the nice thing about these is they aren't like a giant thing you have to clean, you know? It's not like some giant whole like car or whatever like those. It's like just a small little tiny thing. Easy to clean. I just go like this. Go get that. Don't know how it became so fucking dirty. I guess, no, these are supposed to be like apparently like the, they're from the like, first thing that we cleaned, like the moving van thing or whatever. Like they're probably like, not like repossessed, but like taken from like abandoned sort of places or something, or like, I don't know. That makes sense that they'd be in such a state. It's not like they've been like in storage for ages, because if they were just in storage, it would be like just dust or whatever. But anyway. You should alert the lure of you now that I've found their hidden gem. Truth nuke. Is that what the... wait, what are the fucking streamer award categories? Do you think I can get hidden gem? Do you think I can get nominated for hidden gem or whatever? Do you think I can get nominated for rising star? Do you think I can get nominated for the Sapphire Award? What is that game? Power Wash Sim. Power Wash Simulator 2. Also, hello, Tech Rex. I really want to eventually be, like, it would be, imagine how fucking insane it would be to eventually, the Ashy Bears get nominated for a Streamer Award. I think it could happen. I think the category's hidden gem could happen. Trust. I think nominations are starting soon, because I think the actual award show is in February. Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem. That's like the one problem with multi-streaming is the spread out viewers. But I feel like a lot of people don't care. Okay, I'm gonna have my rant again. Are you fucking blind? Are people coming? I don't get how people come into the chat, they message something, they can clearly like write, but they can't read the title that says playing some more Power Wash Simulator 2. The game is in the title. Like, I know it's not Twitch where there's categories that are as easy to see, but the game is in the title on both like short streaming and like normal stream and on the TikTok stream. It's all in the title. Okay, what's the game called though? Anyway, now we've set up this little cute area. Can I sit? I don't think I can sit. Wait, exit placement mode? Let me sit, please. Okay. That's all right. Let's do our first job, which is that campsite. Yay! I think I might have some upgrades to get for my power washer as well, but I can't really remember. I can't remember. Do I? Okay, let's see first before we start. We have $400 and 107 player points. Do we eventually get to like actually drive the van? Is that something that happens? Okay, I feel like is there cosmetics that haven't been added yet, or they just aren't? I wonder, do we unlock cosmetics as we continue playing, or are they just not added yet? You know? Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to, because, like, I want to washer cosmetic. Yeah, there's, like, I don't have any of them. Oh, hooey. But I have $400 to spend on washer equipment. Let's see, is a lot of this flat? I mean, probably wouldn't benefit from the flat cleaner. Are you gonna stream more Mega Bonk soon? Probably after Spooky Week, I'll play a little bit of Mega Bonk. I'm thinking I'm gonna do, like, a mix of Mega Bonk and Power Wash Sim. I want to finish the Power Wash Sim campaign, then I'll probably go back to whatever. Are they microtransactions? No, it's in-game. It's like in-game, like money you earn from the campaign. That would be really annoying if there was microtransactions, because this is like a $30 game. I really stand by that if you're paying, if there's a paid game, it should not have microtransactions. I feel like that should be illegal. I'm gonna be so for real. The EU should make this illegal, which they'll probably get around by. I feel like companies would get around by making their game be like, oh, it's only part of the game. To get the full game, you have to buy this, which is a microtransaction in itself. But I don't know. I'm surprised the EU hasn't cracked down on stuff like that. But anyway, let's get this lantern. I thought that was just like a little tin of something, like a little coffee tin. $30 for a game about power washing. It's a big game. There's like a whole campaign. And they do constant free updates. The paid product should come complete. Well, there's a difference between like, I think that the campaign is complete, but they're adding more like, they did this with the first game where it's technically, I don't think this one's early access, but they're just adding more levels as it comes out, I think is more what it is. After the main campaign, there's like more like free DLC they're adding basically, in addition to like a lot of collaborative DLC. How to download that? Do people... You go on Steam and you pay money. You go into the Steam store. Also, it's on PlayStation and Xbox now, I think. I don't know. I since I've gotten a computer, I've never like cared again about when games are coming to console. I'm like, yeah, that's one of the biggest things, as so many games are on like Steam Early Access for so long before they come to console. Like Satisfactory is only now starting to work on console ports. I think, here's my take with games. Anything under $60, it's usually so fucking good, especially indie games. Like they'll be like $30 and it's like such fucking long experience. And then you'll pay like $60 or $70 for like a 20-hour campaign of like a Spider-Man game or something. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the games that are like AAA games you just pay $70 for them because they're a AAA game, but they don't even have that long of an experience. Like fucking Silksong is like, you could spend like over 100 hours on Silksong and it's only $20. Like this game is promising like free updates for like the next few years at least. Like there's still, I'm pretty sure they're still doing a few more updates to the first game of Power Wash Sim. They're still adding like more, whatever. There's very few, I've not like seen a good AAA game that I'm like, I want to spend my money on for a while. Like I'm curious about the new Spider-Man game. I got it on sale, so I'm gonna probably play that at some point. I don't think I'll stream it. I think it'll just be like a off-stream game, because I don't want to stream the first two on stream because it would make sense to do that. But I don't know. But like, there's very few AAA games that I would like to play. They all see, and they're all like $70 now too. It's like the only games that are like Nintendo, like first party Nintendo games. Like I need to go back to Donkey Kong Bonanza. I might restart it and try to stream it maybe. But like Donkey Kong Bonanza and like Mario Kart World, they're both really fun. I did enjoy them. I was just annoyed because I couldn't stream them, so I ended up playing them less because I wanted to stream them a lot. I was so mad that I didn't get to stream. I did that one stream in the big Mario Kart race with all the other YouTubers, and then like I couldn't do the next one. I wanted to, but my capture card was still fucking annoying. Oh, I've been playing. I just started playing a game off stream. There's a game. It's like one of those like idler games, but like it's like a farming sim game where it's kind of like an idle game. But in order to like get your stuff, you have to like code the like drone that farms for you. I think it's called like the farmer's been replaced. Kind of fake. But we're 10% done with this. Oh my goodness. You know what puzzle game? Okay, there's a puzzle game that I'm annoyed with because every time I've had to like redo it multiple times. There's this game called, what is it called? It's called like a maze. It's one of those like, it's like literally the ones that you'd see in an ad. Like one of those type of ones. But it's like actually what the fucking game is. So I was annoyed with all the ads on it because it stopped, like it somehow was still, it had ads baked into the app where you couldn't turn off your like data and like your internet. So I would still be getting ads even if I did that. So I was like, okay, I'll pay the $3 to remove ads. I did that like years ago. I got to like 1,000 levels and then I got a new phone and it reset my levels. Like that was like ages ago when I got a fucking iPhone 10, way late upgrading. And then now my phone, like, when was it? It was like in like July, my phone fucking broke again. Like well, it's not that new, but like it had water damage, like just kind of, because I would like grab it when I was in the shower if I heard like a notification. Or like it paused, so it would be like get all drippy. And then, so I had to get a new phone. And then, like phone plans, they give you like it'll be like a free phone if you like stay on the plan for like a few years. That's basically how Apple sells the majority of their phones for like $1,000, you know? So I was like, okay, I want the pink iPhone 16, so I got that. And I went, okay. But then it fucking reset all my games. All my games like that, I reset. I don't even know what to do no more. I'm never playing a mobile game again. Honestly, I don't really play mobile games that often. If I'm like, I used to only play mobile games like in my bed basically, because if I'm out, I'm like either driving or like at work or like doing shit with people. I'm not gonna just be like on my phone playing little video games. The only game I play on my phone is Balatro. I bought the mobile version of Balatro and I'm kind of annoyed that I can't move my Steam progress of like getting all the cards and all the shit like that. Because on Steam, I have like a lot of it. But then I got a Steam Deck. So now it's what I'm in my bed playing games. I've been doing that with Hades 2. That's how I've played. I've only played like 2 hours of Hades 2. I want to play more, but I've been too tired to want to play the little game in my bed. And then when I'm at my computer, I'm streaming or editing. Or I've been playing Valorant. I'll say it, y'all. I have been playing Valorant. It's bad. I've gone back. I've relapsed to playing Valorant again. And it might just be peak. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to.
Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow.
How about the back? We're almost done with this fire pit floor. No, we aren't really, because there's still all of this, and I need to get the like stuff around the cooler. I'm gonna like do the cooler, so I just get the floor around it as I clean the cooler. Oh, that side's still grimy. There we go. I got the handle. I got that handle. What's up with this? Wait. It seemed like the bench was not done. Oh, it was the floor, I think. But it's almost done. I don't think Valorant's good because, number one, online thirst after characters. You're not even your fan base. Not even your fan base is thirsty for you. Hello? I think no people. I've seen people online. I think the thing is that it's not like a. It's one of the few games that's not on, that's like that big and then not on any consoles. It's like only, Valorant's still only on PC to my knowledge. So like, you know, it's a lot more, I guess more, like, but the fan base is different. So people are mature, more mature. I say people are more mature, but I had a fucking annoying game. But less people are like weird and like just sexualizing all of the characters. I do say that though, but like I was playing with the good old Vertcial Ace last night, and we got into a game, and this person was like, they were just talking about their dick, and like in the fucking text chat, and I'm like, nobody wants to hear this. Luckily, it wasn't like a fucking unrated game. I don't play those because they're fucking like an hour long, and then I can get stuck with an annoying team. I'd rather play like a few swift plays and just, especially if your team is like really bad or like the other team's like really toxic. It's like super annoying to play like a 40-minute fucking game and be stuck with them. So we were just like in there, and I was like, I literally just talked. I sent a message in the all chat to the enemy team. I was like, y'all, our fucking like Jet or whoever it was sucks. We just keep talking about their dick. Like you target them. They literally, like I said something like that. I was like, they're annoying. And then everyone else was like, oh, what the fuck? And then they started, and like two people started fighting, one on our team and the enemy team, and they just started fucking like, and it just became, instead of being like anything, I was like, holy shit, I can't speak. They were talking about like, they were calling each other fat and like Jewish. That was their insults. Like, it's not even that, like, of course it's like, okay, that's like not funny. It's just like being like bigoted, or like, it's not funny. It's like such like a low bar of comedy. I think that's what I value more. Is not, okay, well that sounds bad. But like, it's not that hard to say something like smart, like kind of smart and funny, but instead they're like, yeah, I'm gonna call you fat. I'm gonna say you fuck fat bitches. Like it was basically that. Yeah, it was like they were the fucking chopped huzz, as they say, as Ashley Bear says apparently. Ow, my fucking leg hurts. I need to stop sitting in such a way. My entire fucking like leg is numb right now. I'm really bad at sitting properly. I either sit like crisscross applesauce, hands not in the fucking spoons, not in the bowl, or I like sit with my leg extended out to like my wall, but my wall's just far enough that it hurts to do. Evil. What's your opinion on Sora 2? There's so many fucking things that I can say. First of all, AI is a fucking chopped huzz. I'll say AI is fucking cringe ass nene baby. But it's just gonna, like, have you seen how realistic that shit is? I've been seeing it posted on like YouTube Shorts and stuff. It's annoying because the Sora 2 app is basically just it's like slop talk. It is literally just like slop TikTok. Like, it's just bad. Boy, did the SMP. I can have a whole rant about AI and how the fucking specifically the fucking Twitter AI Grok. I know generally it's not, the fucking water usage of the data centers are insane, but the data centers for the Grok, like, AI is literally, like, where the fuck is it? I can't remember where it is specifically, but it is directly poisoning black people, because a lot of places in the US are highly black, like, populated by black people, due to the result of, like, back in the fucking, like early 1900s, and, like, late, 1800s. They just decided to like populate poorer areas with black people and like make it, and then like in the fucking 80s they pumped drugs into those communities. This is a real, you can look this up by the way, this is a real thing, that the fucking like government pumped drugs into low income black communities to like manufacture the war on drugs. Like, this is not a conspiracy, this is a real thing that happened. And also, if you don't know, they basically use prisoners as slave laborers. The amount, like, they will give prisoners jobs for giant companies a lot of the times for like barely like, at the best, like barely $1 an hour. Yeah, and then Grok fucking... Okay, this is the crazy thing. So Elon wanted to make an anti-woke AI. And obviously, when he was like... It was like being like, yeah, trans people exist. Like, black people are not, like, responsible for, like, the downfall of society. You know? And then Elon, like, had to, like, manually change the Grok AI. So, and then, like, it got to the point where there was, like, something about South Africa where they were like saying that there was like they were attacking white people. So what the Grok AI did is under every single reply, it just would be like, oh, here's your thing. And also, the white genocide is happening. That's not me actually saying that. I'm like, it would just say that under the fucking message. Like in every fucking message, because they had to manually correct it. And then it got to the point where Grok was declaring that itself Mecha Hitler. Like, I don't know how you fuck that up so bad. I don't know how people can, like, trust AI to just use things and, like, because AI does not supply a source. Most of it does not, like, give you a source of where it gets its information. Or you ask it for a source, and it's like, oh, actually, I made that up. It just is unreliable. And so many people are, like, getting college degrees, like, from very important fields, too. Like medical fields and, like, engineering and shit. From just using it, like, ChatGPT for all of their fucking, like, assignments and shit. Which is gonna make, like, architecture just not work. Like, the medical fields are gonna be fucked. Because so many people will be, like, doctors and shit in, like, 5 years from now that only used AI for their entire fucking degree. So they don't know how to do any of the basic parts of their job. And it's also gonna make it to where the fucking, like, jobs that, like, people do have that are genuinely capable can't get jobs, or, like, will get paid way less, so nobody will want to go into these fields. And then that doesn't even account for the fucking people, like, the AI itself replacing these jobs and not doing it properly. Or, like, creative jobs, like artists and, like, voice actors. And even fucking actors. They're trying to, like, they want to replace extras in every film with, like, AI. Which, if you know how little extras get paid, like, it's just, like, the most, like, like, a lot of struggling actors are, like, getting paid super, like, little to be, like, extras in big films. Because, like, even not paid at all sometimes. Like, for certain roles. Because it just, like, is, like, a thing on, like, a, you know, like, I've been in these things. And now they want to replace everyone with fucking AI, and it's not good for anyone. I don't know why the focus of AI is to take away from, like, the human elements. You would think the things that you want AI to do would be, like, do your chores for you or whatever. Do, like, the meaningless things in society. Not communicating with people you care about and shit. But that's all that the advertisements about AI are. They're like, here's how you can replace ever interacting with another human. Which is the point of existing as a human and being alive. Like, AI is actually just, like... I don't know how people can just feel okay with replacing every element of their life with AI and not giving a shit. Sorry for another Ashley Bird AI rant, but, like, not sorry. Well, yeah, it can never... That is the thing, is that AI art can't replace human art, because it can't, like, actually, like, create. It only takes. Like, it only takes and, like, morphs other art. But the issue is so many people who rely on art for their job can't actually do art. Like, so many artists that would, like, previously be getting, like, commissioned by big companies, or being, like full-time working for companies for their art, are now being replaced by, like, AI slop that makes all, like, the same shit, or it's, like, fucking very clearly copyright infringement, which a lot of companies are getting, like, sued for, because they're just straight up taking, the AI companies are straight up taking from other jobs, or, like, from other, like, artists. They're just, like, taking a whole bunch of shit and putting it, because that's the only way that it can work. There's a whole bunch of, like, privately owned, copyrighted, like, intellectual property is being used for AI, and it's just not being, they aren't doing anything about it. Because they don't really get, like, in trouble. There's only kind of lawsuits, but I haven't even really seen anything done about it. And that is the issue with a lot of technology, is it doesn't like go with how the laws can't move quick enough to legislate. Like you've seen, like there's a lot, like finally there's like some laws coming out like against like deepfake AI shit. But even that is so far behind, and you would hope that it would be like able to protect, because a lot of like revenge porn, and there's fucking like of children too is being made from fucking AI. Like a lot of laws are not able to keep up with it, so people are just doing this, and then it's getting posted on like Reddit and shit, and like Twitter even, and they aren't really tracking it, like doing anything about it. A lot of the social media platforms do not care enough to. How is AI allowed, if it steals art, does it fall under fair? The thing is that no AI created thing can be copyrighted, because it is not made by a human. It is made by a machine. So it does not have the rights to be copyrighted, but it still doesn't fall under fair use when it's made, because it is directly stealing intellectual property. Like a lot of shit, when you saw like the Taylor Swift, like on Twitter, there was like the Taylor Swift, like AI, like pornographic things. And that was actually, Taylor Swift was like, oh, I'll do something about this. And now, none of it is really targeting her. Like, a lot of it isn't really, like, doing anything. She doesn't fucking care. Taylor Swift fucking chopped has. But, like, there was stuff being made in that way, especially on, like, Twitter. It was, like, blocking anything to do with AI and Taylor Swift in the name. But, like, now, she just is openly using AI and promoting her thing. And you can, like, it is a thing that you can see. A lot of people in power or with tons of money in like all positions of power don't really care until it affects them. And I know that I remember when like a lot of deepfakes were becoming like a thing before AI even, like in the like late 2010s. It would be like a lot of like articles and like different people were saying that the biggest issue of it was like politicians, like deepfakes of politicians. But that is actually like, it is a concern in the terms of now with AI, how easy misinformation is made. Like, you can just make a video of a politician saying some shit. But a lot bigger issue that will affect a lot more people is how it is used to target women. A lot of women will be targeted by, like, deepfake AI, like porn or, like, revenge porn or shit. Or, like, some sort of blackmail thing. And it is, like, just all... Nothing is really done about it. There still isn't, like, legislation. I know when Atrioc showed the fucking website on stream that he used to fucking, like, he actually showed a website to make deepfake porn of, like, his friends and his friends' girlfriends that he knew. And I was like, okay, you fucking chopped huz. I'm sorry. I didn't call people fucking chopped huz in the middle of a serious thing. But, like, during that, then after, there was some, like, talks of legislation being made. A lot of, like, streamers in that space, that in, like, the community, were, like, talking with, like, legislators and stuff about this. And there is some people, like, I know, like MatPat, now that he's retired from YouTube and stuff, he is on a like part of government. He is like a part of a government like task force, I think, to like help make like technology and social media like laws make more sense from the lens of someone who knows a lot about this and not like politicians. Who's Atrioc? Atrioc is like this guy that's like, he was like very close on like the Ludwig circle of friends. And then he made that, and that's one of the reasons I don't like I've been like a somewhat fan of Ludwig, but I like don't really consume his solo shit anymore, because he's like, he's like still like is friends with and like fucks with Atrioc, and like if someone got like on stream showed that they were making deepfake porn of my girlfriend and showed that to their audience of like thousands of people watching, I would not still be friends with that person, you know? Yeah, I've been a fan of Ludwig for a while, and now I've like stopped watching any of his solo stuff. Like I just watched like The Yard. I don't even pay for the preview. I'm not gonna say I would never endorse piracy, but also their fucking Patreon makes like $400,000 a month or some insane shit. It makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. It's split like 6 ways, I believe. between the producer, the editor, and then the 4 of them on the podcast. Trust me, I don't think they're losing out on money if I allegedly had a bootlegged version of their premium show, you know? Oh my god, the fucking... yeah, I just saw the thing about like when people are like, this is my trans masked brother, and it's just like a cis man. And then the fucking annoying fucking people on Twitter are getting rage baited into being like, you'll never be a man, and it's just a fucking cis man. It is very, that is an interesting, like, not interesting, but like a lot of transphobia is not based in anything about like trans people, because it is literally, I think like, I feel like there should be a better word than phobia, but it is quite literally a fear of what they don't understand of like trans people existing. A lot of it is like fear mongering too. They're coming after your kids. This isn't a thing that's happening. The most that this probably fucking happens is from people like being like a right wing like psyop grift of like pretending to be trans and being like, look at what I'm doing, but they just aren't actually fucking trans. There's like, you've seen cases of this on Twitter. There's a lot of like people that are like, where they might actually be trans too, but they are completely like, it's like a small subsect of people that are like using, and they're not even using it for that. They're using it to be like a fucking Nazi. And they're like, yeah, Nazis love me. While they're like fucking, you know what I mean? Which is such an annoying subsect of people, because they don't even like align with like actual, like any trans person would be like, I do not agree with this person. This is just a person who happens to be trans. It's like the same thing as like, when they're like, especially with fucking shootings, that's been a big thing, is shootings, they won't do anything about it. But then they're like, oh no, guns aren't the issue, it's trans people. When if you look at it, not even like per the amount of percentage, like the like per capita of like who, like the percentage of trans people in the population that commit shootings compared to like cis people, it's just disproportionately more cis people. Like then the people will just lie or use graphs that purposefully, you can just use a graph and make it look like completely, like, the information can do whatever you want. This is something that, like, people should be, like, paying attention to when they learn in schools, is you can do anything you want with data and very easily misrepresent data. So a lot of, like, graphs and shit, especially ones that, like, are targeted against minorities, will just purposefully misrepresent the data in a way that wants to prove their point of whatever it is. And anyone can fucking do this. Like, it'll be like a pie chart that doesn't really, like, make sense for what the percentages are. Or like a bar graph where like the first bit that you see will be like 10% and the next bit will be like 6%. Like it'll just be not proportional to how it scales on like a bar graph or whatever. And it just will, you can very easily misrepresent data. But a lot of people don't take the time. Same with fucking articles. A lot of article headlines will say something that's like purposefully like rage bait or like even like a sort of clickbait that just, if you won't go into it, even the first sentence, it will be like, oh yeah, it's this. And then the next sentence, it will be like, this is not correct. That's one of the biggest issues. And then especially with AI, because AI won't necessarily go and take the whole article. It'll just take the headline of the article or even like the first sentence that says something that immediately is debunked later in the article. So a lot of AI, especially like Google AI, and some AIs are getting better at it, are like actually saying what the proper things are. But also, anyone can post anything on the internet, and it can just be taken and used as a source for like any AI to do something. And then different AI systems will not, like, if you ask for a source, it won't tell you the source. It'll just be like re-explain what it said. And then there's the same AIs. They'll like just leave you in like a fucking echo chamber of like telling you everything you do is like correct. And it's like the worst type of thing of like how people say that like therapy is like, your therapist will be like, tell you something. And then like whoever you have issues with, their therapist will be like, no, you're right. It's literally that idea of why some people are against therapy, but from a fucking robot that does not have any human feelings or understanding of how complicated human emotions can be. But then it will just fucking like, it will just completely do whatever you say or like agree with everything you say no matter what. Even if you say something wrong, it'll be like, oh yeah, that's correct. And then if you ask like into that, it'll correct itself and be like, no, in a different context. Like, I have so many issues with AI. There's like the misinformation of it that just spreads misinformation. It will just, and I hate how they give human things to it. They want to humanize it and say it's hallucinating, which it can't fucking hallucinate. It's just fucking lying. It's a machine that's lying to you. Yes, apothecary is correct. AI, take that. Will I take anything from the internet? Donald Trump is gay. Gay. You know what is actually a real fact? Is that Donald Trump is like definitively a pedophile, and people don't care. He's the most pro-pedophile like president in history. He is constantly freeing pedophiles from their charges. If Jeffrey Epstein was publicly alive, there can be anything to that. If he was publicly alive, he would fucking free him. That's like a definitive thing. But instead, he's doing everything possible to like rage bait and farm outrage of fucking anything possible to distract from the fact that the one thing he said he was going to do was release the Epstein files, which he's fucking on, obviously. Every politician is. It's like the easiest thing ever. And then you say that on Twitter.com, and somebody will be like, oh, what about Bill Clinton? Like, they think like that any leftist person gives a shit about like any Democrat president. They're both, Democrats are at best center-right. Like that's another flaw with the fucking American party system, is that their two parties are not different at fucking all. They are like two sides of, like, they're not even two sides of the same coin. They're like the same side of the same coin. And then, like, Democrats are afraid to even, like, mention that Israel is quite literally committing a genocide. This is, like, a definitive thing that after, like, 2 years of increased genocide after the past 70 fucking years of its existence, that now people are actually sort of, like, not afraid to say that Israel is a genocidal apartheid state, because it is. But for so many years, a lot of it has been because of, like, not wanting to be anti-Semitic or some shit. But it is not anti-Semitic. Israel is not a representation of the Jewish, like, population. Israel is, like, a state that uses the fact that they're, like, supposed to be, like, a safe land for Jewish people as a way to just, like, disguise their fucking genocide of Palestinians. Like, Israel did not only exist. This is a thing that so many people do not know. Israel has only existed since the 40s. They went in and they started colonizing and fucking killing Palestinians. And they have been doing this since then, and it's only increased since October 7th. Because that wasn't like a terrorist attack. That was freedom fighters trying to get free from their oppression of constantly being starved and killed. Israel is literally killing children. And then the U.S. government made up lies about Palestine having, like, beheaded babies and Hamas beheading babies. And since then, it's been proven that that did not happen. But because U.S. politicians, including Joe Biden, who was the president at the time, just said that this happened and spread a lie that did not happen, so many people believe that it happened. And if you look at the difference in between how Israel treated Palestinian hostages and how Hamas treated, like Israeli hostages, it is so different. And the fact that, like, they were literally tortured by Israel, and Hamas did not, like, they gave pretty well care of people. In fact, Israel will not allow freed Palestinian hostages to talk about their treatment because it was so inhumane that, like, it would be horrible view on them. And I have to be very careful mentioning like how Hamas is, because the U.S. literally treats it as a terrorist organization when it is not a terrorist organization. It is a organization that is part of the government trying to be freedom fighters against their oppression that they have faced for the last 70 fucking years. They've been slaughtering hundreds of thousands of people just because Israel wants to have that land. They want to have that land and have, like, their people do it. And the U.S. is funding it. The U.S. is funding their universal health care. The U.S. is funding their military. And then when people try to, like, protest it, you saw this at, like, the end of last year. Like, the universities, they would fucking, like, any international students at universities, they would deport for protesting against those universities funding the Israeli government. In addition, to the American government funding it. And now there are actually like a lot of like, even a lot of governments and a lot of like people are realizing that this is what has been happening, and they're finally sort of shifting the opinion, the overall opinion. And then the same people will be like, oh, if Israel doesn't have a right to exist, then America shouldn't. Yeah. So how do you think America was founded? They came into the country and fucking slaughtered tons of Native Americans. So many indigenous Americans, like still, there's like, they just give them like the fucking like reservations. And that's not like enough. It's not at all. All of this land was like split into like tons of different Native American like tribes. And now a lot of them just aren't like, they don't have that land, or they just aren't, they don't even have like, you would expect like a proper thing now to do, which like Australia is kind of doing with Aboriginal Australians, but they aren't doing very well either, but they're doing better than America, is like giving more like government control over things. And a lot of like the land that is not as developed by the Australian government already is given to like Aboriginal Australians, to my understanding of how that works. I'm not too familiar on how the Australian government works because I do not live there and am not, like, the coverage of it is not as prevalent. But it is like a very much thing that you would think that they would want to like strive for, but they don't care at all, because a lot of the government is like, you can see they like won't tax the billionaires. They won't tax like the ultra rich people as much. They'll let them do like different ways to like cheat out of paying taxes. And like a lot of the government does not care about you. That should be a thing that a lot more people realize, is the government doesn't give a shit about you. I think, in conclusion, America should raise taxes. And I think they should just do that, and they should give all of the money to the politicians, and they should be super rich. I think that's what we should do, and that would fix it. You know, there should be no term limit for anything, and everyone should get paid more. I don't know. Fucking, like, I don't know why I'm saying I don't know. I don't know why that people are just, like, okay with the government being, like, a fucking money, like, they're just, it also goes back into AI. It's not the same thing, but also a lot of governments are funding AI and having, like, AI divisions, or, like, AI, like, things, like billions of dollars going into AI. Like, a lot of the AI is, there's a good Hank Green video to watch about this recently, is how most companies that are involved with AI, they're just funneling money around to each other. It's like just like a closed loop of money going between them, all like around to like get different like chips and like have the data centers, and have these companies that then are getting like paid by the same companies to buy shit from them. And basically like, AI is the chopped huz. AI is the chopped huz. Every world government's the chopped huz. That's about it. See ya. AI is more stinky than my... AI is more stinky than my brown vortex. It's like that one time that I left a giant stinker. A bunch of dirty barnacles. That's about it. See ya. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. This is gonna be a crazy video. I've told y'all, the more I go on, the more I become the transgender Hassan of YouTube streaming. It's just what happens. It was an inevitability since the day freaking dot. Is this cushion a separate thing? I already got it. We're almost done with this level. It's only been the majority of stream. Oh yeah, like, that's another thing, is AI is clearly a fucking bubble. It's one of the most clear things ever, that it's not, like... And AI is, like, not entirely linked, but it is sort of linked to the, like, tech bro thing of fucking crypto, which did also crash. I don't know, people are treating crypto like an actual investment, when it is not. It is an unstable, like, fucking thing. It's not meant to be, like, something you invest in. It's meant to be a currency that you use to buy drugs and, like, traffic humans. That's literally, like, what the majority of the usage was. Like, before anyone was like, oh, Bitcoin is, like, now an investment because it's worth a lot now. people would like use it on like the dark web and shit, or whatever, to like buy drugs and do like really shady shit like that. Well, not shady. I don't fucking give a shit about people buying drugs, but you know what I mean. Like things that are illegal. It's what they use crypto for, and that's still what a lot of it is used for. Is like things that are illegal or like vaguely illegal that are like in a legal gray area. They'll use like crypto for. Ashy Bear rants rashly about the current political climate. Powerwashing ASMR. That's probably going to be somewhat around the title of this as a YouTube video. Y'all remember when Ariana Grande said she hated America and people got mad at her? She was a visionary of our time. I could have a whole other thing about how politicians will just openly on Twitter hate minorities and like blame black and brown people for like anything that they don't like about society. And it is just like allowed to do that. That like objectively does not fall under freedom of speech. It is hate speech, which is a crime in America. Like, or sorry, not hate speech, but like hate crimes. It is inciting hate crimes. Because they're real actions that come to these people who have like really dedicated like followers from like online or whatever they do that will do real things to real people that are hate crimes because of like what these like politicians and like political like commentators say. And a lot of them don't even fucking give a shit about what they're saying. Like this is another thing is that like it makes me so annoyed with it is that they do not even care about like the bigoted things that they're saying. They don't actually care. They just want to like have outrage or like give in to whatever the current like societal things are or like political talking points are, and just get people that are already sort of like not even knowledgeable just spread straight up lies, and then these lies get so prevalent that people just believe it to be true. And that also goes back to fucking AI, of how like AI will just say things without any source. Or people will say, like do something without knowing the full like picture of it and think that, well, that sounds crazy, but then without having the context of what like that means. Like there are genuinely people that will like tweet about and say this, that say that they're giving like gender reassignment surgeries at schools. Which, first of all, any trans person can tell you, you cannot get like any gender affirming care under the age of like 13 at the earliest. And that's not surgeries, that's like maybe hormones, but most of the time it's puberty blockers, which if you don't know, are completely reversible. It just like prevents puberty. Like it was originally used for children that like were starting puberty like really early, because it's harmful, because this is happening more and more now due to whatever fucking thing it is, that like younger and younger children are starting puberty like before even like 10. And then there'll be people that are like, well, they shouldn't teach young girls about periods, or even like, I don't know why they don't teach like everyone about periods. Men, like cis men, know like basically nothing about periods and menstrual cycles, and they fucking should. Like if they aren't going to be in a relationship with a woman, they have like a sister or a mother or like an aunt or someone, or even like someone who's trans that has a uterus and a menstrual cycle, and they should know these things because there's like basic like human anatomy of how like 50% of the population works, and they just don't know how like menstrual cycles work. This has been the Ashy Bear Ranch stream. This is what happens when I play Powerwash Sim. I talk about things that grind my gears. It's like that Peter Griffin segment when he was on the news in that one episode. Y'all remember that? I genuinely think it's against terms of service for me to talk about DIY HRT, but I can say that like there is resources like Reddit and stuff that like if you are of age, you can like there is like if like there's legislation against it in your area, even for fucking like 18-year-olds, which is insane. there is very safe like guides that you gotta make sure you fucking like on a safe guide and not because there's like these psyops that were like prescribing like pills to queer people, being like, oh, this is transitioning like thing, and it'll be like fucking like testosterone prescribed to trans women, or like pills that like will literally kill you. The fuck? Where's... Oh, hello, Picnic Basket. Welcome in. Got an Instagram notification, chat. Let's see what it is. Let's read what this is. Someone has requested to follow me. I don't think this is a real person. I keep getting requests to follow by people I don't know. Like it's... You know, okay, this will be a thing. Instagram will be like... They'll be like... Oh, there we go. They'll be... On Instagram, they'll be like people that will follow you, and it's like... It looks like it's an alt account of like your friend or something. And it's just like a bot that's so clearly a bot. I don't know how people fall for scams. That's like, oh, I can't log into my main account. You message your fucking friend. Be like, hey, is this you? And if they don't respond after like a day, maybe it's their account. But likely you would have them on another account. Like, I don't know, if like somebody says they can't get into their Instagram account when they message you with a new account, like some account, you would think you would message them somewhere else. And if not, I wouldn't trust them enough to like message them. I don't know. Where the fuck? Pepple? Oh, there it is. There is some puppy girls on twitter.com that would be like, whoa, this is so mean. I go, I don't get it. I'm not like the average trans girl. I'm not a puppy girl. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I am made uncomfortable by a lot of the, like, you know, it makes sense because a lot of people on there are like fucking like, are like really like, not like young, but like young adults. So they're obviously like horny posting. But I'm like, I don't really care for this. Like I will make jokes that I think are humorous to me about like sex and things. But I'm not the type to publicly say these things in front of an audience. Especially because I know that this is not a way for you to say your ages, but I know that there are underage people in my chat. I don't want to say like sexual things about myself or others, like, and like genuine things, because the idea of that makes me uncomfortable. I think there will be a time in like 2 or 3 years from now that I would prefer if the audience of people that were watching me were above the age of 18. But right now, like my chat's like 13 plus at the least, obviously, because you need to be that. But, you know, just be mature and normal, you know? Anyway, is this Spruce Spring Clean? Oh my god. Ooh, I'm kind of excited for that. You know, we're gonna definitely play more Powerwash too after Spooky Week. But if you look at the time, we've been an hour of stream of some crazy radical conversations. But anyway. Anyway, ooh, okay, yeah, we'll look at this. I think that this has been a nice clean that we've done. We've in this whole place, and now we have another level to do next time. But of course, that's gonna probably be it for this stream, or this video too, once there's a video. But that's been about. Oh, I'll read this. I've just heard that we've got our deposit back, and after watching that amazing vid, I'm not surprised. Incredible job. Thank goodness for you and that amazing portable power washer of yours. Hopefully, the bear, or whatever it is, didn't wake up and bother you. We left it sleeping in the lodge, and we don't know whether to mention it or not. Okay. Well. Oh, I hope it saved. I really hope it saved. Uh-oh. Just Alt F4. Okay. Well, anyway. That's going to be it for this this one. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all for the next time. Have a great day, night, or for you. Goodbye. That was for the video. So stream's still going to happen for a few more seconds or a minute. But where do I have this? I have the graphic of this somewhere. Let me... I'll turn my music on. But tomorrow, we are going to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit because we are starting Spooky Week, which for the next week of streams, every single day, I'm going to be doing some sort of horror game or some sort of spooky thing for the lead up to Halloween, and we'll end with I don't know, we're streaming on Halloween. But it'll be a fun little Halloween stream. I had a plan for a face cam stream. I was going to do like a Lady Domitresque cosplay. But I do not feel like doing this. So this won't happen. But let me... Wait. I have an image somewhere. I can add an image. I knew how to... Image. Okay. Choose. Desktop. Here we go. Here's my really goofy image I made. All right. So here is the schedule for the next week of streams starting tomorrow. We're going to be playing FNAF Into the Pit. And then we're going to be playing Unsorted Horror, which is like a collection of little tiny horror games. We'll be playing Home Safety Hotline, then Eclipsium, then Soma, Rental, and Sally Face. And the longer games, if I enjoy them, I might continue them after and make them a series. If not, then meh. But yeah, I'll see you for that. And then on the 1st of November, we're going to be bringing back a Silly Saturday. We're going to be doing a fun little Lethal Company lobby with some friends. And then the following week, I think on Saturday and the following week, we should be doing RV There Yet, which is like an RV, like 4-player co-op like game, kind of like Peak, I think, but like driving and like going over some sort of like RV stuff. But anyway, that's what we are going to be doing for the next bit. And of course, there'll be videos coming out. I think the next video might honestly be the Powerwash 2 stream from like yesterday. So that'll probably be the next Wednesday video. And then after that, probably Lethal Company. I don't know. We'll see what comes out when I feel like uploading. It's probably at least weekly I'm trying to do. But anyway, I shall see y'all tomorrow for Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, one of my favorite FNAF games. I would say it's very replayable. I'm excited to replay it. But anyway, that's going to be it for stream, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Join the Discord, ! Discord, or in the description. Goodbye.